They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of this place.
Hey everybody, what's up? Let's hold the truth hostage. Now, I want to thank everyone for showing some support to the SIMP-TAGION comic book that I've launched on Kickstarter. Now, I know that I didn't go too deep into what it's about. Basically, what SIMP-TAGION is about, it's really about, and I've mixed a lot of memes. I've put a lot of meme culture into it, especially what's going on with the whole, people being aware of the whole simp culture and so on. So basically how SIMP-TAGION starts off is that a group of police officers are called into a house that's been abandoned. And when they open the door, turns out there's like a lot of cats inside of that house. A lot of cats were being hoarded. And when they go into the house, they come to find a lot of dead cat ladies. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dead cat ladies. Now, to show you what I referenced that from is that there was a news report where these volunteers found a whole house filled with cats that were being hoarded by an old cat lady that I think died. So, I wanted to mix some aspects of reality into the story. So what happens is when the cops go into the house, they see these dead cat ladies, and then what happens is while these cops are investigating the house, they get infected with the SIMP-TAGION. The SIMP-TAGION is basically a virus born of the it's like it's this virus that cats have, this parasite in the cats. I think it's called the mono something. Cats carry this parasite that will inject itself into, animals' brains from their feces and so on. So basically, while the cops are investigating, they come in contact with these cats, and what happened is, is that all these cats together, the parasite within the cats had evolved. It had evolved into something, a different strain of the parasite. And when the police officers got in contact, it soon started changing them to SIMP Beast. Now, where does my idea for the whole SIMP Beast come from? Basically, I learned this like maybe 2 years ago, that turns out that hyenas are actually in the feline, genesis. Like hyenas are more related to cats than dogs. So what I did with the whole idea behind the SIMP Beast thing is that the parasite in the cats will transform these men into werewolf-like creatures that are actually more inspired by hyenas. So they're like werewolf-like hyenas, but I mix it up a little where they'll walk on their feet and knuckles like gorillas, and they'll be SIMP Beast. And the way the SIMP Beasts work, with the whole simp culture and what simping is about, where a man will sacrifice his well-being or abandon logic to be subservient to a woman not deserving of his attention, is what I did is that I referenced the hierarchy of hyenas, because in hyenas, the leader of the hyenas is actually the female hyena. The female hyena is actually born bigger and stronger than the male hyenas. And usually the female hyena is the leader of their clan. So what I thought about was okay, I'm making a series where I'm turning the whole simp culture and the whole meaning of simp, you know, over its head, except I'm taking it to the next level. So they're basically, what happens is when you get infected by this SIMP-TAGION, as I call it, contagion, SIMP-TAGION, is that once a man is infected, he becomes a simp beast. And what will happen is on his forehead, he will start developing these large reddish bumps on his forehead that are kind of shaped like a raspberry, to say the truth. And these these raspberry shaped things will basically act as various signs. And what happens is when a man becomes a simp beast, he basically loses himself and seeks a clan leader. Just like the hyenas, the simp beast will seek a female leader. And what happens is this virus, this SIMP-TAGION, infects the world rapidly. But I referenced what went on with the coronavirus. So when this virus only infects men, and what happened, just like COVID, is that they only let the men go to work that had essential jobs and they had to practice social distancing and all that. But what happened is that the infection spread. It spread rapidly, and cities were being burned as the men all transformed into a simp beast. And in the series, I also added some characters that are inspired by the meme culture and manosphere, the whole Redpill and MGTOW community. So in the comic, I have a character called Coach Killington. And Coach Killington is inspired by Brock Sampson from the Venture Bros and Coach Greg Adams of the Red Pill. So, I infused those two characters to make one person. And Coach Killington is a leader. He's not afraid of what happened with the old SIMP-TAGION. And he's basically, just like I referenced Coach Greg Adams, that he has a coaching background, that he used to coach basketball players. But, unlike Coach Greg Adams, he was coaching some male basketball players. And um, like Brock, Brock from Venture Bros, he's an elite military guy. So he leads his group without any fear at all, And then, he's going to be a very pivotal, very important character as the series goes on after issue 1. He's very strong, and he leads a group of men, as you're going to see, that I referenced the whole Red Pill community to make SIMP-TAGION, is that he leads a group of men called the off-grid warriors. Because when the whole Red Pill / MGTOW community started, you had, MGTOW was freedom with Big John. And a lot of men in the Red Pill community would always talk about living off-grid, living off-grid and so on. So I said, you know what? Why won't I have Coach Killington lead a group that is basically goes by the name Off-Grid Warriors, and they're basically fighting through the whole SIMP-TAGION, they're fighting through the whole SIMP-TAGION infection and facing plenty of simp beasts throughout the way. Now, another key character I have is that a lot of this series, due to the nature of simping, is that, since a lot of the simp beasts will basically have a female as their leader, just like the hyenas. I've taken some of the culture of the internet, like I watched a YouTuber a lot who had some problems, who was attacked. I watch a lot of It's a Gundam, who recently had an issue with Tokimane, I think it was probably 3, 4 months ago where this female streamer attacked him, and because he dare had some criticism for her videos. And so what I did is I created a character called, Toki Man, man. And it's a combination, this character's a combination of the stream thought culture, the thought culture of streamers online. And she's gonna be very aggressive, very violent, yet extremely sexualized. And she's a big tease, but she's gonna know the gaming lingo. And that's gonna be one of the very important characters in the series, as she'll be a big leader of a lot of simp beasts throughout the series that just follow her and basically give her somewhat of an army. And another thing I'm gonna have in the series is the involvement of the military and so on. So Simp Beast, SIMP-TAGION is it's basically a way for me to combine. I've combined a lot of aspects of the Redpill community and the whole lot of memes behind the whole Redpill, simping and all that, into one very creative story that you'll enjoy. It's packed with action. It's packed with a lot of humor. There's gonna be a lot of funny moments, and it's basically what I've done is what if it's like, well, the Walking Dead, but what if the Walking Dead and the COVID thing, basically, what if men were infected with a parasite that became a virus that turned all these men into simp beast, the embodiment of simping as like a monster. And they went all around the world attacking and trying to basically, they're seeking, female leader. And what happens is these simp beasts are they've lost any sense of thought and logic and solely operate on their animalistic nature, and they're very aggressive, very violent, and with a female clan leader like the hyenas, they'll not only give that woman anything she wants, but also they basically are like so animalistic when it comes to the whole aspect of things. And the series is basically gonna be very fun and very action packed. So I just want to say I want to thank you all for the support so far. And it's more to come. It's a very fun book. If you're looking for a fun book with a red pill lens, because in this series I'm not gonna write it. It's not gonna be Disney soft. You're gonna have the simp beast, and you're gonna have. I'm basically going back to the masculinity that was there in a lot of early Clint Eastwood films, like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Those type of movies where the men had their goals and that's what they had to do. Love was not really there. It was the goal, and here's our goal, and here's what we gotta do. So it's a very, very entertaining red pill story that from start to finish, trust me, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna have a lot of moments you can quote from it, and most importantly, it's another way to digest in the red pill, because I think we do we have these books on the red pill, we have strategies, but we don't have the fiction and the humor, so that's what this will be about. So get the opportunity if you can. Please support SIMP-TAGION. It's a very humorous and very comical, yet very action-packed comic book. All right, you have a good day. Thank you.
They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of